Hey everyone, welcome to Card Chaos Collectibles. Today we are going to be ranking every Scarlet and Violet era Pokemon card set. Now it's had enough time to come out and see what we all think of them. For the price per booster pack in 5 years' time. So, if you want a price of a booster box, multiply the price on the left by 36. If I put it in the S tier here, it's over $3,600 a box in 5 years, which for anything that goes in there, that's over a 10x for most sets, so let's see what happens. Right, let's start off with Scarlet and Violet base set since it was the first set of the era. Let me just put it there for now and let's have a look. So, Scarlet and Violet base set. The top hit is this Gardevoir EX here, which is only a $50 card, which is not the best for a set. What's it been doing in the last year? Been holding pretty flat. There is that Drowsy that was pumped and the whole line of the Gardevoir with the artworks. That's a pretty cool thing, but I don't know, this set just seems pretty shallow to me. Like, there's that Gardevoir, that's $50, but that's the best card you can get. So, long-term investing, to me, this is probably going in the $10 plus pack for now. So in 5 years' time, I think this is going to be somewhere from $10 to $24 a pack. I might adjust it a bit compared to the other sets. Let's do Prismatic Evolutions next. So, Prismatic Evolutions. And let's go to the singles. Just a moment. Right, so the top hit is, of course, this Umbreon EX. The Umbreon, people are calling it. It's just the Moonbreon 2.0, really. It has come down, though, 40% this year, which is a huge drop for a big card like that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards on the first page, all over $175, which is pretty damn good. Like, there has to be over 20 cards here that are above the Gardevoir from the other set, including an $800 Mega Chase. Like, then there's all these smaller cards that no one really talks about. Like, look at this Goldengo. That's a pretty cool card, in my opinion. It's currently going for like $10 a pack, I think. But by the year 2031, this is easily going to be, in my opinion, a $100 booster pack. If you buy Prismatic Evolutions now, in my opinion, it's going to go up 10 times in the next 5 years. So make sure you've got some. Right, next, Paldean Fates. Now this set was pretty bad for quite a while until the Bubble Mew here blew up. This card is probably the most recognisable card from Scarlet and Violet era, like the Moonbreon from Sword and Shield and the Latios from Sun and Moon. Let's have a look. It has been going up a lot lately, but it is an absolutely awesome iconic card. We also have the Charizard EX here, seeing at $200 as well. That's a pretty solid card. And then the Gardevoir EX shiny, that's pretty cool. However, it doesn't have what Prismatic does with the like 10 cards over $200. It's only really got 2. It's somewhere around $10-15 a pack at the moment, I think. Honestly, this could very well be a $75 pack, just because of that Bubble Mew, and if it continues to climb, I'm not sure whether to put it towards the $50 though. I'll leave it there for now. Black Bolt, White Flare. Oh, what am I saying? Let's look at Black Bolt first. I'm going to rank them together, even though I think Black Bolt's a little bit better. This set is pretty good. Like, we've got the Victini, the Zekrom, and there's the same. There's the Victini and the Zekrom, Reshiram's for White Flare, which are similar prices, I think. We've got that huge Seismitoad. Honestly, a pretty deep set. We've got that Kyurem, which is nice. Now if we go have a look at White Flare. Yeah, we've got the Reshiram. It's a bit cheaper than the Zekrom. That Hydreigon's a really cool card in my opinion, very undervalued. $70, just have a look at it. Not trying to pump it, I don't even own one, but honestly, I think Black Bolt White Flare is better than Paldean Fates by like a lot, so I might move Paldean Fates down to the $50 tier. Black Bolt's definitely in this $75. It doesn't have the depth that Prismatic has to it with the multiple cards over like $400. Stellar Crown next. And again, these are all just my opinions. I might be wrong. I probably will be wrong, but if I had to guess, this is what I'd say is going to happen. We do have these two iconic illustration rares, the starters. If only there was a Charmander in here, it would make the set so much better. The Dash Button is the third biggest hit at $30 though. It is a pretty shallow set. We've got the Terrapagos. No big chasers either. The biggest chase is $70. Still bigger than the Gardevoir from Scarlet Violet base. I'm probably going to put this in the $25 tier at the moment. To be honest, that's still probably a 4x in price over the next 5 years, which is still great, but obviously these sets are way better, in my opinion, to invest in. Let's go Shrouded Fable next. Shrouded Fable. Right, so the biggest hit in Shrouded Fable is a $45 Pheasantipity, followed by a couple of illustration rares and a gold dark energy, which is pretty rough for a set. Like, the biggest card you can hit is $45. I don't know, the Elite Trainer boxes are 80, so you buy one of those, you pull, say, these two, and you just break even. Which is extremely unlikely for you to do as well, so honestly, for me, this set is probably down here with Scarlet Violet base. I think Scarlet Violet base may be a bit worse than Shrouded Fable though. Just because Shrouded does have a couple of cool illustration rares. Scarlet Violet's got the Gardevoir line, but they're not worth quite as much. Honestly, swap them around how you want. They're both D tier sets. Temporal Forces next. Alright, so Temporal Forces has a Raging Bolt, I believe. Yeah, it does. $60 card. And this cool Ghastly illustration rare. This is a sick card. Pretty sure it will have gone up a bit. Yeah, it's gone up a little bit, but that's a cool card. Honestly, though, not much depth. Like, we got these, say, 2 or 3 big cards, and then we're down to full arts for the top 5, which is pretty dodgy for a set if you're going to invest in it. Honestly, I don't see the demand this set will have in the few years going forward. It's probably a little bit better than Stellar Crown in my opinion, but it's definitely a C tier set. $25 pack, I think that would be great if it were to reach that, considering it's just got the lack of depth and not as much demand. Twilight Masquerade next. Alright, this set has that huge Greninja chase card, kind of like Lost Origin with the one big hit. $300 chase card, mind you. Stunning card. Everyone loves it, of course, fan favourite Greninja. And then after that, we're down to some full art trainers. We do have the big Eevee illustration rare, which is a big hit. Honestly, this is a one-hit wonder, this set. It's been carried completely by this Greninja. However, that Greninja is still less than the Paldean Fates Bubble Mew. And it's probably similar to the Charizard, so it's going to have to go in a C tier, and I'm actually going to move Paldean Fates up behind Black Bolt White Flare. I think Twilight Masquerade could achieve $50 each pack in a 5 years time, which would be $1,800 a booster box, if my math's correct. And that's still a pretty big increase, 4 or 5 times in 5 years, which is awesome growth nonetheless, but still, I'd be focusing my money on these sets. Let's go next, Surging Sparks. This set was crazy at release with that Pikachu. It's tanked a lot from then though. yeah, the $250 Pikachu here. Bit cheaper than the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade. It's down 38% over this year, down from $440. Um, we do have this Latias EX though, which is a sick card. What did Nearmint go for? Looks like it's about $130, $140. That's an awesome card. The difference between this and Twilight Masquerade is it's got more depth to it. Like we've got the Latias, we've got the Milotic, we've even got the Gold Pikachu that's holding up decently well. And then after that, it kind of fades away in value, the set. Honestly, pretty good main set though compared to the Scarlet Violet era. A lot of the main sets, I should say, were pretty weak. Like Twilight Masquerade, Temporal Forces, Scarlet Violet base. Surging is probably, I think it's the higher end of the C tier compared to Twilight and stuff. Not as good as Paldean Fates though, probably aiming for around a $60 pack price by 2031. Let's go Paradox Rift next. Another one of those sets that you kind of forget about. It's not really got any super big chase cards. Biggest card here is the Groudon at $70. Then we got the Altaria and the Roaring Moon down at $30 and $40. Pretty shallow set. After that, we're down to some of the cooler illustration rares. And then it does have a fair amount of illustration rares that are worth a little bit though, so I'll take that into account. But being carried by a Groudon illustration rare it's not great. I'm honestly going to put it in between Stellar Crown and Temporal Forces. Again, these three, you can kind of arrange them however you want. All C tier sets for sure, not as good as these. Still focusing my money in these three so far. We've got Obsidian Flames next. Alright. Oh, what am I doing? Obsidian Flames is carried by the Charizard, which I think I've seen it's had crazy sale volume for the past year or something. Let me have a look. 1 year averaged 9 a day sold, total of 3,000, which is a pretty high volume for a $90 card. Mind you, it is a $90 card, and that is the top chase of the set, more like an $80 card actually. And then after that, we've got a $30 and a $20 card, which is pretty rough. If this Charizard were to increase a lot in price, I would rank it a lot higher than this, but it's probably going to be down here on the highest of the D tier sets. So I would put it above Shrouded and Scarlet Violet base. I can arrange them really anyway. Not as good as these though, and then again, focusing all my money on Prismatic, probably out of these. Next we've got Paldea Evolved with the Magikarp. Now this Magikarp is a awesome card. I'm a bit biased, my favourite Pokemon is Magikarp, but it's still $270, which is pretty decent card. Nowhere near the Greninja or Pikachu special illustration rares, but holding up as a most expensive illustration rare from the era, as long as the Seismitoad is still cheap, I think it is. But then after that, we've got $60 cards, $50 cards. It's another one-hit wonder, this set. It's being carried fully by that Magikarp. A lot of nice artworks here, but just not the depth to it that a good set needs for the long term. Like, the only reason people are going to buy this is for the Magikarp. But because it does have a big chase, I am going to put it in C tier. Or B tier, I mean. Behind Twilight Masquerade and Surging Sparks, they're both better than Paldea Evolved. Mind you, it is got the big Magikarp. People might want to rip it in the future for the Magikarp. I'd probably $50 a pack. You're doing well in the long term if it reaches 50 a pack. Alright, next we've got 151. Alright, now 151 is something else because it is the original 151 Pokemon. It's got a lot more nostalgia to it that needs to be considered. The big Charizard here, $400 or $260 card, sorry. 230-ish. Awesome card though, super iconic from the set. I don't know where its neck is, but that doesn't really matter. Bundles are doing about $115 at the moment, so Still incentive to rip them for a Charizard, I guess, but it's getting up there. This Blastoise is an awesome card, $60-ish by looks of things. Or maybe a bit more, that's slightly played. It does have that nostalgia to it and the really big depth. Like, we've got a lot of cards in the $50 range. We've got the Venusaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Alakazam, Zapdos, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Wartortle, Charizard, like, all super iconic Pokemon. It doesn't necessarily have heaps of high value cards like Prismatic Evolutions does, but it does have a lot of super iconic cards, and for that reason I'm probably going to have to put it in the S tier, behind Prismatic, but it is significantly better than White Flare, Black Bolt, and Paldean Fates, just because of how iconic it is. The cards in it aren't necessarily worthless, but I think people will want to rip it a lot in the future, and once people start ripping something a lot, it gets harder to find and the price goes up. Finally, Destined Rivals. We've got the Giovanni's Mewtwo, we've got the, what's it called, the Moltres that's got stamped and crashed the value. Hang on. Destined Rivals, what am I doing? Ignore that, guys. Alright, the $380 big boy Mewtwo here. That is a huge card. Absolutely awesome artwork. Everyone loves it. And it is also the first Team Rocket set since Team Rocket returns in the EX era. Honestly, that's a super good card. We've got to consider also Team Rocket sets. They've always historically done well. Team Rocket returns. Yeah, so Cynthia's Garchomp, $130 Ethan's Ho-Oh. It has a lot of big hitters, but considering it is the only Team Rocket set since EX Team Rocket returned, it's gonna go in the S tier behind 151. So if you want to buy any boost box set from the era, Destined Rivals is definitely the best one. Mind you, overall, Prismatic Evolutions, I would be loading on it as much as you can. Like, I've got about 20 Elite Trainer boxes so far. Still want to pick up more over next year. 151 is also going out of rotation soon, so expecting some movement from that. And Destined Rivals, whenever you can find it for a good price, pretty much buy it. These sets, they're fine to own, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.